I'm Jack.
And I'm Glenn, Jack's dad. And we're doing a podcast. We just chat about anything. Welcome back to Father and Son Chats. Thanks for listening in again. Welcome, Jack.
Hi, guys.
So today's episode is going to be on doing hard things. We had this week when me and Jack were doing some cross-country training. We were trying to think of how to make it a little bit harder to help him keep progressing. And I had an idea of how we should do this. And
The evolutions were too big, though.
yeah, so I had an idea how we're going to do it. And I said, Jack, this is... And we'd done a few of these beforehand, as in we'd changed how we'd done a lap, and then we'd added either more laps or less breaks. And then the next one that I did was a little too big. So in the middle of doing the training, we stopped and had a discussion. Both of us got a little bit upset because our ideas weren't working. So we stopped and had a quick chat to say, hey, let's pull this up. It's not working, and you found it too hard, Jack?
Yeah. So then, I said, what if we do, littler evolutions? Because we go, up, and then go in between the cemetery and then back. And that's about 400 meters each lap. Well, around 400 meters. And we were doing 4 laps with 1 break, but that was too much. So I said, what if we do 3 laps with 1 break, but then we go past 4 more trees and then come back? And then the next evolution would be we went a little bit farther so that we're just doing it a little bit less.
Yeah, so I was trying to put in another big lap, and Jack had the great idea of, hold on, Dad, let's pull this back. Let's just do a smaller lap instead of doing that big lap. And it was a good idea.
And by the way, could I just say a few quick shout-outs to Chase, Mia, and Nan? Quick shout-out to you.
Yeah, thanks for leaving your comments. We appreciate the support.
Mm-hmm.
So, on that, Jack, do you believe that adults have unrealistic expectations of how far kids can push themselves?
Sometimes you do.
Yeah. Dad's not very good at that, am I?
I mean, no, but sometimes you push me.
Mm.
And then I'm just no. But sometimes Mum and you you're not pushing me, but I think that you're pushing me, but you're not, and I can actually do it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Dad sometimes goes a bit too far, probably because I've got adult ideas of how far you can move on or advance.
Because you're older.
Yeah. So, do you think in other parts of life you get pushed by adults too, the other expectations too much, or the challenges that you get given, say at school or footy or whatever, are they realistic, or do you think sometimes they go a bit too far? Or are they too easy?
So sometimes in math it's too easy at school.
Yeah.
And
that could be down to where your level of ability too.
Yeah. But in touch, it's about at where I can do.
Yeah. Do other kids try and push you to do hard things?
Hudson did in kindergarten.
Yeah. Is that more naughty things, or is that...
More naughty things in kindergarten.
So they're not trying to... Is that around...
But that was in kindergarten. He doesn't do it too much now.
Yeah. So kids don't try and...
but sometimes we each push each other to do naughty things that we shouldn't do.
Yeah. What about when you're playing soccer or footy at school?
Yeah.
Like, do you feel like sometimes you got to do something hard to try and win at that?
Well, I do have to try and do like things hard because sometimes people cheat,
Yeah, that'll
like
happen when there's not a referee. Yeah.
and it's hard to win against them because like they cheat.
Yeah. Does it get you upset?
It's gotten better since year 3 because like around the start of year 3, like it would be the first to grab the ball got to do the throw in.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's getting better.
Yeah, it's gotten better.
Is that because you think kids, like, because you're getting older and you're maturing more?
Recently there was like a big fight on the field.
Yeah. Yeah. So, do you like doing hard things, Jack?
Sometimes. It depends on like how hard it is and what it's into.
So, give me an example.
Like cross-country training,
Yeah.
for example.
So, physical things then. Do you like doing hard physical things?
Well, I like doing hard soccer and football. I don't mind cricket.
Pushing yourself. So when you're playing a sport, you don't mind pushing yourself to try and be good at it. Is that what you're saying?
Like
Well, what
be
about-
better at it.
Yeah. What about? Do you find video games that you play sometimes hard?
Depends on which video game it is, and if it's on Fortnite, then it depends what I'm playing, and if it's on Minecraft, depends like what mode I'm playing.
Yeah. But have you found it difficult before?
I definitely did like back when I was like 5, 6, or 7, because like I didn't know how to shoot in Fortnite.
Did that get you frustrated?
Yes. Well, no, it actually didn't, because back then Mega City was around, and so I just went into like I hopped on a motorbike or I hopped into a car and I just drove around. And once I even got second just by doing that.
Yeah. So you felt your way around and you did something.
Yeah.
And then you just learned. So you was
At least I was still happy.
Yeah, and you was
playing
you was pushing yourself.
I was still happy playing it.
Yeah. What about at school? Do you like doing hard things at school? Like when you're learning things at school?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you find that you get tested, like pushed to do hard things at school, or some things come pretty easy?
Some things though.
So maths was probably one that comes easy.
Yeah.
What about spelling and writing?
Spelling, not too bad.
Yeah. What's one hard experience you've had that turned out good? So something that challenged you, and you may not have wanted to do it, but then you're like, oh, that's really awesome.
Like when I did it.
Yeah. So after you did it, you're like, oh, I'm so glad I did that.
Shout out to Hudson for giving me courage when we were at Big Splash and there were these massive water slides, and he encouraged me to do them.
Yeah.
And so I went on them and it was really fun.
Yeah. So do you find it helpful if you've got someone there to talk it over? If you think something's outside your wheelhouse, if someone's there to talk it over with?
And another example is we went down to where was it?
Mary Beach.
Yeah, Mary Beach. So then at the pool there were these rocks you could climb, and like at the top it was like pretty high, but not like really high.
Probably about a metre and a half at most off the water.
Yeah, and I thought that I was gonna hit the bottom and hurt myself. So like I sat there and thought about it for like 10-15 minutes.
And you kept saying that we owed you, was it $100 if you hit the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were convinced that that's what was going to happen, wasn't you?
Yes.
And then did that happen?
No.
And was it fun?
Yes.
So you had this limitation, and then you pushed past it, and it was fun. Then we had to stop you doing it, so you get out of the pool. And there's
Yeah,
one,
and then I got mad because you made me put sunscreen on.
yeah, that might be the future episode
What?
when Jack and Dad don't see eye to eye and we get mad. Is there one that's turned out bad?
No, not really, because like I know what like my limits are.
You're pretty risk adverse, is what I'd probably say. The
What
word
does risk adverse mean?
It means if something's risky, you're pretty quick to say no, and then you can be talked into it, but you know no, that's
I can
especially
be-
because you like
no.
following the rules.
I can be talked into it, and then I do it, and then it's really fun.
Yeah,
But like most of the time, I know my limits.
yeah.
I'm trying to think of one time that it's happened.
You're pretty good at following rules and not doing things against rules, and I think that's probably where it comes from. Is you're like, oh, should I do that? Is that against a rule? Is that what you think it is?
Sometimes.
Hmm.
Do you think that kids' expectations to adults are too high?
In what way? So do kids
Like, do we think like that you can do more, or like that you can like
oh, so
like in any type of way?
So do I think that in general kids think that adults can do a lot more than we should be able to?
Like just in anything.
No, I think kids' expectations. So well, maybe sometimes financially, kids expect us to be able to do some things that aren't within the realm, depending on the circumstances. But
Yeah, like some kids think that like they can get like a like Xbox for like $10.
okay, I didn't know that. But
Well, no, like they think that it costs nothing to the parents.
yeah,
Some kids.
yeah, I think so. Sometimes kids expect kids' expectations of adults, and they're that they should be giving you treats or fun things. Maybe is too high. I mean, all adults try and make kids' lives fun, but sometimes you can't have all the good stuff. So, and sometimes you got to do the boring things.
And I think that will finish our episode. So just a little outro. Thanks for listening. Make sure to tune in next time, and if you want a shout out, then make sure to comment your name too, so that we know who to give the shout out to, and please follow us too. Bye.
Thanks, guys.